How do you create your perfect Minecraft world? What first comes to mind? Building beautiful builds, giant castles, or futuristic cities? Or maybe, in your perfect Minecraft world, you want to have the most overpowered, mind-blowing, game-breaking farms and machines? Yes, Minecraft is sandbox game, so everyone's definition of perfect Minecraft world will be completely different. So what about me? When I think about creating my perfect Minecraft world, I think about creating environment, painting a place where I enjoy existing and want to come back again and again. Environment that not only brings me joy, but also sparks my inspiration. And you know what? I'll share a secret with you. It's not impossible to achieve. In fact, it's quite simple, and I'm going to share it with you in this video. I will walk you through the process of how I craft my perfect environment, unique and personal to me. So get your favorite beverage, sit back, relax, and welcome to my world. If you're new here, this is my long-term hardcore world. I survived here more than 1000 days. I spawned on this tiny jungle island that also had zombie village, and among other things, I'm trying to transform this island into lush, beautiful and tailored paradise. But the most important part in all of this journey is to make sure that I enjoy the process as much as I enjoy the result, and also make the whole experience easy for me. And of course, I will share all of my tips and tricks as well as all of the thought process with you. Majority of Minecraft buildings start with dirt block. Well, obviously, you need a space to build. If you are lucky, your world comes with a perfect terrain for your build. However, in majority of the cases, if you want to create truly unique environment, chances are you need custom terrain. And look, I understand, creating custom terrain does not come easily for everyone. I myself struggle with it sometimes, but don't worry, all you need for a good landscape is a good idea. As you can see, my island is quite flat, and to be fair, it was already terraformed once. Initial island was really small, so naturally I expanded it a little. But look, it kind of looks boring. You know why? I just created a flat terrain. Well, I did create a small elevation with a lake, so I did have a good idea, which is create elevation. When making your perfect landscape, remember, making flat terrain looking interesting is not so easy. Building mountains is not easy either. However, creating elevation changes is key to creating depth and interest. In my case, I decided to create some cliffs. Of course, as you can see, I had my own challenges. I had this giant spirit tree already built on this island, so I cannot really build overly giant hills, or otherwise they will completely overpower and make my tree look small. But also I don't want my cliffs to be too small, so I had to find perfect balance and perfect look. Obviously, it's impossible to do on the fly. Or maybe there are some extremely talented Minecraft builders. They can actually make terrain in survival without any struggle. Well, that's not me. For this task, I had to experiment in creative. In general, I don't have a problem in building in survival. I don't need to use creative for most of the smaller features. However, when it comes to big things, I do like to sketch out in creative. But that's exactly what I would call it. A sketch. All I need to design is shape and size. That's probably my another tip. When it comes to planning, don't overdo it. I know some people who like to go into creative and make every single detail, plan every single block. Of course, do it if you enjoy it. But I prefer so much more to be free to create and change on the fly when I'm in the process in transferring my sketch onto a real canvas, which is my survival world. If you meticulously plan every single block in creative and then just print it out in survival, then what's the point? You just basically made your build twice, just with way more effort second time around. Therefore, when I design something in creative and transfer it to survival, I make sure to have lots of room for my survival endeavors. Lately, I've been experimenting with Axiom mod. It doesn't take too long to learn. There are some really great tutorials out there, but it makes process of designing so much easier, especially when it comes to terrain. Check it out if you're interested. And in order to transfer it to my world, I use Litematica. I know that some people dislike Litematica, but honestly, I couldn't care less. If it makes process of building grindy part easier, I will have way more energy and, more important, time for more enjoyable creative processes, and I value my time and effort Way, way more than being unnecessarily grindy and lead myself to burn out much faster. While building this landscape, I already mentioned few times such words as painting, sketching, and I did that for a reason. When you build in Minecraft, you always need to consider colors, shapes, tones, just like when you paint, and that's exactly what I did here. All the flat surfaces of my cliffs are made out of dirt. It's fine for now, it's just a base for my future creations. The cliffs, on the other hand, are mostly made of stone, but as we look from far away, I mixed few different colors of blocks in order to create texture. I know, texturing in Minecraft has always been hot topic among creative builders, but in my opinion, many people kind of overdo it. Let me explain. I live on this island. I'm gonna be flying in and out. I will see this island from far away, but very often I will see it from up close. And when you do great texturing job and mix like 100 different blocks that will look excellent from far away, you are in danger of creating way too much noise when you look at it from up close. So yes, I agree, texturing is important, but I like to keep it simple. So I just mixed few different types of stone, used deep slate in order to create shadows, mostly on the edges of the cliff, and also I used dripstone. You will see why later. My small dirty secret, this tin key is completely empty inside, but on the other hand, there's so much space available. I can hide farms inside. Maybe I can create giant secret cave. I'm not quite sure what I will do with that space. But well, it is what it is. When I said I was creating cliffs, that's exactly what I did. I created multiple cliffs. As you can see, I made two main cliffs with the tree in the middle. And there is of course one big reason of why I did that. And I kind of told you already, I don't want to overpower my spirit tree. And building one giant cliff would just literally cut the tree in half. Fortunately, I got trick up my sleeve, splitting this cliff in half. I only need to remove few more blocks in order to expose a bit more tree bark. And doing this made me to actually create something more unique. As you see, two cliffs are slightly different levels, and also each cliff have few different levels, and by exposing the tree, I allowed it to regain its height, and it looks really gorgeous. And additionally to all of that, it feels like there is a story behind. It feels like maybe there was an island with a cliff, and then a spirit tree grew, and this spirit tree was so big, so powerful. It split the cliff in two. That's another tip. Let your environment speak stories. If you have a mountain, give it a crack, give it a stream, make a gorge, or maybe dig a cave. This will always add something special and obviously unique. I already have this lake, so I think I'll just allow to overflow it. Create a waterfall and make a small stream down the gorge. Small and simple detail, but I really love how it looks. And that's not the only one waterfall I love today. Another one, right here. Isn't it beautiful? It also adds more impact and scale to this cliff. I use dripstone for the edges of the cliff. I think it's important to pay attention to details. It adds a little bit of dangerous vibe to my cliffs, but not too much, just a smidge. when you think about creating landscapes, you always think about creating nature. Trees, bushes, hills. But what about human touch? We are part of the environment, and we are making this environment for ourselves. This is the island I live on, so obviously it needs human touch. And one of the best ways to do that is to create connected pathways and bridges. Coincidentally, I have 2 cliffs that I need to connect, so I will build jungle vibe hanging bridge. I'll make it quite simple, but I want to avoid being boring. Therefore, it will not only hang, it will also be a little bit diagonal. What do you think about my bridge? Do you like it? I think hanging lanterns is a very good touch, because when you build in Minecraft, especially in survival, don't forget about creepers. Incorporate a lot of light into your builds. When I built the spirit tree, I created a lot of shadow. Therefore, I need to create a lot of light sources on the ground. As I said before, it was Jungle Island. It used to have a jungle forest that I cut down completely, and I want to get back the jungle vibe, so I'm adding these leaves that are almost like vines. I don't want to add vines, because unfortunately there is no way to stop vines from growing and spreading. I learned it the very hard way. I needed to use a lot of string to prevent my spirit tree from completely overgrowing. Another human touch is to creating borders. I mean, in a good way. Not like political borders or something, but making fence, putting these small bushes and all of these lanterns gives a lot of atmosphere. Makes you feel that someone lives here, that someone is here, takes care of this place and has this place safe. When I spoke about creating textures, I didn't mention create colors. So far this part of my island is green and stone. And the most easy way, the most easy solution is to add color on your hills. I have a lot of plans for this island. I want to create custom trees, custom structures, but until I do that, I can just easily place a lot of flowers, literally cover hills, and it will immediately transform the environment, and it will make it quite nice, I'll tell you. Of course, I don't want to overwhelm this place with colors, so on different levels of this cliff, I decided to use 4 different types of 2 tall flowers, so at the same time the place will look purposeful, taken care of, and quite beautiful, and also inviting. I've been working on this island for a while, and I don't expect this job to be done in one day. I really like to take my time and just go with it. I don't want to push myself, and I don't want to create a situation where I worked so hard on this building that I start hating it, even though I have huge progress. I'm far from being done, which also means I set myself up for a lot of fun of creating a lot of details on this island. And I think it's time I open you my biggest secret in creating motivation and inspiration. If you want to fall in love with your Minecraft world, build something that you love in real world. My biggest source of inspiration on this island And I already mentioned it multiple times in previous videos, is Ori game. I built Spirit Tree and I built statues of Ku and Moki. People keep asking me about Spirit Willow and Ginso Tree, and I do plan to build them eventually. But today I'll build something different. So previously I built statues, but today I will build some of my favorite characters. Right here, sitting on the edge of the cliff. Safely sitting on the edge of the cliff. Anyway, that's my secret ingredient. This is my very first hardcore world. But it's not my first Minecraft world. This world wasn't so special to me. Well, it was special, since I started making videos about it. But I fell in love with it once I built a spirit tree. Once I built something that is so important to me. This world stopped being just nice and started being unique. So here is the idea for you. Build something that is special to you. It can be something inspired by your favorite artist, your favorite game. Maybe you can build a statue to your favorite pet, or build a statue to your favorite Pokemon. By the way, check out my Pokemon series. You can also suggest your favorite Pokemon that I can try to build. But since this world is dedicated to Ori, well, I'm not building statue to Ori. At least not just yet. I am technically Ori in this world. Today I will build Naru and Gumo, and one extra bonus. And let's start from building Naru. I love the result. I like to build my characters on quite small size. You can build any creature in Minecraft and make it 100 blocks big, have dozens of details and make it very realistic. However, when I challenge myself with making it quite small, or as small as I can, and still have enough details, it makes me happy. And I'm not just building a statue. No. As you see, it has movement. It's waving and it's holding a fruit. Details like this is what makes builds extra special. I really enjoy sitting on her shoulder and looking at the sunrise, observing how beautiful my world really is, and sharing it with her. But why is she waving? Is she waving to the sun? No, she's waving to her friend Gumo. Meet Gumo. I tried my best giving him enough details. I think it's close enough. I tried to have him smile, but it didn't really work out on this scale. He is holding water vein. He will have to give it to me back though, once I build Ginso Tree. But on a serious note, look how much these two characters add to a story of this island. They're sitting under a spirit tree. This island looks like it's been lived on. It's beautiful and inviting. And also it needs a lot of work and a lot of details. The state that it is now already makes me happy and motivated to build more. And you know, I don't want to disappoint you. Unfortunately, I will not complete this island in this video and cannot promise that I will complete in next one. But there is something I was planning to build for a very long time, and it's a custom tree. A custom tree, but not just any tree. It's been long overdue for my nether portal. It's just a frame in the water. I wanted to rebuild it for a long time, and finally I got a really good idea on how to make it. So again, I got this inspiration from Ori game. I hope you're not too tired from me speaking about it, but I took this idea of this spirit tree that gives Ori dash ability. I think it looks very unique and it will make very good nether portal. So let's build it. I worked a lot on giving it just the right shape. I made sure to position it in between the buildings, so I could also see it from the distance. I love that the leaves are white, made out of snow, powdered snow, also white and blue glass, but I like that it's not just another tree with green leaves, and the shape is what is the most important. I added some hidden lights to make sure that it's well illuminated and also emit lights from within. It's an amazing addition to my island, and of course I will need to work on this area around it, but I think that's where I will wrap up the things today. What do you think about my thoughts? Do you agree with what I said? Do you think that any tips that I give you today will be useful for you in the future? Or maybe you want to give me some tips? I'm always open to conversation. Alright, let's link this portal and make sure it works. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to leave a like and drop a comment. I really love to receive your feedback. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And check out my other videos, maybe you will find them interesting. And I really hope to see you in my next episode. I hope you will have a great day. So, until the next time, bye!